Hey, what's up YouTube? So in today's video, I'm going to show any pet business owners that are watching this, how you can use e-contracts to send them over to your new clients and get them to complete them online. It's a lot easier. It's much easier than sending over, a PDF or a document that you've created, and then they've got to print it off or they've got to edit it online. And because I know how difficult it is to edit like PDFs and stuff online, it's a nightmare. Writing's either too small or it's too big. I get it where companies that I've signed up to monthly subscription with sometimes, or like insurance and stuff like that, they send it over as like a document, and it's just so difficult to edit up unless you've got like a PDF editor. I think Adobe you can do that with. But I used to send all those. I used to print when I first started my dog walking company. Actually, I used to print off the documents and actually take them with me and have the client sign it there and then with a pen, obviously. Now we're eco-friendly. We don't use any paper. And then I've got, I used to send, again after that, because I didn't like that, I started sending them over email, and then they ended up printing them off and giving them to me in paper, and then I would end up losing the document. I put them into my files, but still sometimes I put the piece of paper down and I don't know where I put it. And I just didn't like it. I'm not the most organised person, although my business is pretty organised now, but back then it wasn't. So I'm all about trying to keep organised. I like having stuff on a computer in folders or in Google Drive. So I've got a course coming out called the How to Start Your Own Dog Walking Company. I haven't done a video on this yet, but I will be releasing that this month. I'm going to be doing a pre-sale, so it's going to be a lot cheaper than what it's going to be full price. I'll do a video on that at some point. I haven't launched the link or anything, but a more in-depth video about this will go in there. But I just want to go through how you can actually start using e-contracts, whether you're a beginner or you've been in business for a while. I know some people are still using dinosaur methods, to run their business, and it still works for them. But this could actually help you. I'm all about working smarter and not harder. And I love automations. One thing that's going to be in the course, actually, I'll quickly mention now. I've set up one of my automations in my business, and I've done this in my marketing company. So literally, I've used what I do in my marketing to my dog walking, and then vice versa. So I use something called Trello, and with a drag of a card in Trello, with the client's information, it sends them this agreement with their name and their email already on here. Where else does it send? So I lost my track of thought then. So it sends the document. So you drag the card over, sends a document, they complete it online, and when this is completed, it then sends them another email saying, thank you, welcome to the family, and a link to sign up to our pet sitting and dog walking software. And then it adds them to MailChimp, which then tags them and adds them to our email list, which then we send monthly, sometimes weekly emails to our clients and people on our list in general as well. So it's super automated. That would normally take me like half an hour, and it takes me 5 seconds to drag though, not even 5 seconds, but just to drag a card over. And I've actually got a manager that does that for me now. She works in Trello, and she does all that for me. So again, managers and stuff like that, I'm going to do more of that in the future. I'll talk more about it in the future. I'm just getting into putting out these kind of videos, showing you how you can really make an awesome, profitable pet business, in my case, dog walking and pet sitting business for yourself. So let's jump into this now, and let me take you through how you can actually, copy what I've done basically. I'm not going to show you how I've fully created it. You can go on there. I'm not going to teach you everything. You can go and explore the link. It's called PandaDoc. There's different ones out there as well, but I love PandaDoc. You can go and check how that works and use YouTube. I'm not going to explain, how to actually use the software itself, because it is very, very easy, and it's meant to be easy. So I've created this in Canva. Not this bit that's been written on the app here, but that's my dog in the background, Lucky, and then I've got my logo that I've put on there as well. So I've done that in Canva. You can go into Canva here, and you can start to create something. You can go on a poster, click on a poster here. So that's canva.com. Again, a lot of this I'm going to be explaining in my course in more depth. So you can go here and there you go, you can create the same thing that I've done. So jump back to PandaDoc and you can see that. So let's actually zoom out slightly. There you go. So I've got dog walking agreement. Again, you can do this for your pet sitting or your daycare. And so I've typed here dog walking agreements. You can see that I've just added text. If you go to here, you can add text, image, table. These are fields here. So these are blocks, these are fields, and the field is like where basically you'll see them here. These are fields. So like a text field or a signature. So up here, created by me, my company, and then prepared for, and this is called a token. This yellow thing here with the client.firstname is a token. So with my automation, when this gets sent, that client's.firstname will actually say the client's name. It will say their full name, even though it's got first name, it actually says their full name, because the way we actually prepare it prior to it going out, we have their full name. So we have that there as well. And then they basically fill out this themselves. So when it gets sent to them, you can see here we've got these different fields. So this is my pet information sheet. I know people have this separately, but I include this in the agreement. It's just easier. It keeps things in the same place instead of having two forms you have to mess around with. So pet information, client's name, client's address, all that kind of stuff. You can literally, if you don't already know this, you can just copy this now. Just pause the video. Again, I'm going to be including this in my course, or I might even actually add it as a separate purchase. Just like, it's not going to be expensive at all, $20 or something. And so I'll include this in there. And yeah, you just add these fields. So I'll just get rid of this, but you can just add this onto here, and you can change. You can see that, and then it just does that basically. And then you can do assign. So you assign it to sender or the client. So I'm just going to add client. And then you want to add these as required. The ones the information you need, like really important, like their address, their contacts, their emergency contacts, pet's name. Like you want to make it where it's required. So I'm just going to delete this one because I don't need it. So yeah, make sure it's required. You can do multi-line text. So obviously more text is going to be able to be put in there. It's not going to be a limited amount as such. You've got the date here, the breed, and then I've also got these check boxes as well. So male, female, are they neutered? Fully vaccinated, yes. Collars with tag, yes. If they click no, that's going to be a problem because it's a legal requirement in the UK. I don't know about the US, but in the UK, for all dogs to wear tags out in the public. Again, microchip number is every dog has to be microchipped now. It's compulsory. All that sort of stuff. Just go and add whatever you're doing. Go, get PandaDoc, I believe. So what I'm paying monthly, just because of the automations I've got, is $59. Quite expensive. You might be thinking it's an unnecessary payment to put out there, but because I've got a manager managing everything, instead of having to instead of accidentally writing the wrong information, I know that when she drags that card in Trello, every piece of information is correct, and the only thing that changes is their name. So there can't be anything that you can't mess around. It's not going to be sent to the wrong person, etc. Because it's all, I've prepared it and automated it already, so it's nice and easy, and it saves me hex amount of time because I'm running my marketing company. I don't have to. It balances out for me. It may not for you, but I pay for the more expensive one. There is an even more expensive one. The cheapest one I think is like $13. So it's less than a walk in America. I think one walk is at $25 people charge. So it's really, really cheap. So we keep going down. You've got this bit here: medical history, sorry, insurance, prices, and then I've got all the terms and conditions here, which are my terms and conditions used to be a little bit longer, but I've shortened them now. They're nice and easy, and then they just sign here and they date, and it's as simple as that. You just assign that to the client, and you date that to the client as well. And this is a template that I've made. This will then get created into a document. You can see it says create document there, and if you haven't got the automation set up, what you'd do is you'd create the document. So if we just do that now, I'm going to have to delete this. Here you go. Actually, I won't start it. I'll show you here. So you can start by adding their name or email. So we can put, I don't know, Jane. Let's just do, I don't know, my name, Dan Fothergill. So you can assign that, add Dan Fothergill, and then you add my email as well. And what that will do is that will be the person you assign it to. So when you click on this, you can then change the name to it's going to be Dan Fothergill, whoever the client is. So yeah, that's basically what an e-agreement is. Really, really easy. You can be creative. You know, everyone's agreements are slightly different. I'm not going to go into what you should have in your agreement. Go and ask, you know, go get a lawyer to look over it or something. I'm not going to give you any legal advice on that because I'm not. That's not my profession. So although I don't think you need to, it's fairly simple. It's a simple contract between you and the client. I don't think you need to, especially when you're beginning, that you don't need to go and do all that kind of thing. But again, I'm not going to give you advice whether you should or you shouldn't. So go and figure that one out for yourself if you think it's important. The rest of it, very self-explanatory. Just any fields you need filling out. Add a text field here, and then make sure it's required for most of it because it's going to need to be required. And then you send it over to them. They're going to complete it online. Really, really easy. And that they can then download it as a PDF, and then you and the client get your own copy, so you can store it in your Google Drive. So what I use is Google Drive, or you can use folders in your computer in general, in your files, and that's basically it. It's really, really easy. Much easier than sending over a document by email, which then you have to edit with Adobe or something. Or having to print it off and then you having to go and collect it because that's taking your time up. So yeah, and then it's obviously organisation, stacking up paper, and it's not eco-friendly either. So hopefully this video has brought you some value and it's going to help you with your pet business. Any questions, leave a comment down below, reach out to me on Instagram. I'll leave the links to PandaDoc in the description, and I will see you in my next video.